Hello everybody. We're going to begin standing at the front of our mat. We're going to do a full body vinyasa today, and we're going to do some balancing and strengthening poses. So let's get started. I'll make my way over to the front of the mat.
So starting standing in Tadasana, let's just open your palms by your side. Close your eyes here. And just begin taking deep breaths in through the nostrils and exhale from the nostrils. 2 more breaths like this. And then take any foot and just bring it to the back of the mat, opening up to a sort of wide-legged forward fold. So you don't want your feet to be too wide here, maybe just a little bit past hip width point. Your feet are parallel to the side of the mat, and your knees are soft, so you have a micro bend in your knees. And we're just going to begin swaying our hands from one side to the other. Let your upper body be heavy here. And let your hands knock on each side of the hip. Maybe closing your eyes to really feel out this move. And then start to synchronize your breath with this knocking on heaven's door pose. A great way to release any tension in your upper back, shoulder area. Keep going, maybe lengthening the breath a bit, and maybe picking up the pace slightly. I know it might feel silly to do this, but it's actually super good for your body, and you're twisting actually while you're doing this swing pose. So it has incredible health benefits, increasing and fastening your digestion. And slowly start to slow the pace of your arms. And then meet back in the center. Step forward to the front of the mat. And inhale, lengthen your body, reaching your arms overhead. You'll grab your left wrist with your right hand and just lean gently to the right, spiraling your heart towards the ceiling and grounding down all corners of your feet. Tucking your tailbone slightly so that you don't have a large curve in your lower back. 3 more breaths here. Then release hold of your left wrist and come back to center. We'll go to the opposite side, so leaning to the left and grabbing your right wrist with your left hand. Looking up towards the ceiling. Take 3 deep breaths. Releasing the right wrist. Float your fingertips all the way down and by your side. We're going to take a full Surya A here. So inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms overhead, and then float forward, swan dive, hinging from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back, and and exhale, forward folds. Maybe grabbing the backs of your ankles to fold your chest even further onto your knees. Then press your hands into the mat and step back into a high plank. Lowering down for 3 baby cobras, placing the tops of your feet onto the mat, acting as support, placing your forehead on the mat. Using your back muscles, you'll inhale to rise up and exhale, release. Twice more. Once you've finished, bring your hands by your ribs, curl your back toes. Inhale, press yourself up to plank, and push the seat back to a downward dog. Take a moment here to bring the feet hip-width apart, pressing the heels down to the mat. Start pedaling your dog, so lifting one heel up and the other down. Exhale, alternating heels. Letting your head be heavy here. You're tucking your chin slightly. Then bend both your knees, look up to the front of the mat, and walk or hop your way there. Finding that forward fold again, wrap your index finger around your big toe, lengthen your spine here, and then exhale to melt even further over your knees. 3 breaths in this forward fold. Release hold of your big toes. You'll inhale, halfway lift, straight back, and exhale, forward fold. Release your hands onto the mat in front of you and slowly start ragdolling up, 1 vertebra at a time. Head over heart will be the last thing that reaches the top. Take a deep breath here into Tadasana. And exhale, let it all go. Bend the knees, sweep the hands overhead, and swan dive forward. Halfway lift, straight back, and exhale, forward fold. Placing your hands onto the mat, you're going to step your right foot towards the back of the mat, extending it for warrior 3. Start lifting up from your core, bringing your hands to prayer position. Your right foot is flexed towards the mat. 2 more breaths here. Gently bend into that left knee and bring your right foot to meet the left. Start slowly rising up. You're back into Tadasana. Inhale, bend the right knee and hug that shin by interlacing your fingers over your shin and hug that knee into your chest. Pressing all corners of your left foot into the mat. Take 3 breaths here, just focusing on balance. Maybe staring at a point in front of you or an object. After your last exhale, start releasing your right shin and walking your right foot to the back of the mat. Here, you're going to grab your right foot with your right hand. And inhale, extend your left arm towards the ceiling. We'll start tilting forward for dancer's pose. So tilting our hips towards the mat, keep pushing that right foot into your right hand. Bend into your left knee and start lowering your left hand to the mat, opening up your right hip to the right side of the moon. You're in half bound moon pose. And then bend into that left knee again and release your right foot, letting it come to meet the left. You're back in a forward fold. Gently rock your head yes and no here. And then inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward folds. Pressing into the mat, step yourself back to a high plank. Lower down for chaturanga, taking up dog or cobra. And exhale into down dog. Take a deep breath in through your nostrils. And exhale from your mouth here. Planting your left foot, inhale, reach the right leg up for one-legged dog. Slowly step it through to the front between your feet. Finding low lunge. You're gonna bring your back knee to the mat. And inhale, rise up into Anjaneyasana. Here, your hands are overhead, and we're gonna hook our thumbs together, spreading our fingers wide. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, opening your chest and pulling your shoulder blades together. Take 5 breaths here. Slowly rain your fingers down to center around your front foot. Start walking that left foot back closer towards your body and reach back with your left hand and then right hand and open your chest. Take 1 breath here and exhale, releasing the knee and the foot slowly to the mat. Inhale, rise back up. And then extend your right leg, folding forward for half splits. Keep trying to pull that right hip back and the left hip forward. You're trying to find parallel hips here. And breathe through that intense stretch through your glutes and hamstrings. Then step forward into your right foot, curl your back toes, press your back knee off the mat, you're back in low lunge. You're pressing your left hand into the mat, and inhale, reach your right hand towards the ceiling. Revolve, twist. Slowly lowering that right hand down. And then stepping your right foot back, meeting in high plank again. Pushing your heels towards the back of the mat. Slowly ripple forward and then lower down for chaturanga. Taking up dog or cobra. And exhale into down dog. Curl your back toes, inhale, lift yourself up to plank, and push the seat back to a down dog. Bringing your feet hip width apart, press your heels down to the mat, and see if they touch or kiss the mat a little bit more than at the beginning of practice. Planting your left foot, inhale, reach your right leg up again and slowly curl it in for low lunge, placing your right foot in between your hands. Take a deep breath here And exhale from your mouth or nostrils. You'll slowly rise up into high lunge. And then bring your hands down all the way back and behind your back. Bring your shoulders up, down, and around, and pull your knuckles towards the mat. Opening up your chest. 5 breaths here. On your next inhale, we're going to step that left foot back off the mat for warrior 3 with our hands still interlaced behind our back. So inhale, step up and flex that left foot towards the mat. Bend your right knee and step your left foot to meet the right. Release the hands down to the mat. Finding a forward fold here. Maybe take hold of opposite elbow and just sway gently left to right. Maybe letting out a sigh if it feels good. Release hold of your elbows. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. And exhale, forward fold. Release your hands down to the mat. And we're gonna step our left foot, extending it all the way back for warrior 3. You're pointing your toes towards the mat. And inhale, rise up. Bringing your hands to prayer position by your heart. Take 2 more breaths here. Then bend into your right knee and bring the left foot to meet the right. Slowly start to ragdoll up. Enjoying this slow roll up, feeling 1 vertebra at a time. And head over heart is last to be placed at the top. Maybe take a breath here, observing your body. Bend the left knee and hug it in towards your chest, wrapping your hands around your left shin. Pressing all corners of your right foot into the mat. 2 more breaths here. Slowly release hold of your shin and start walking that left foot back so that you can reach the left foot with your left hand. Inhale, reach your right hand up towards the ceiling and then start hinging your hips forward for dancer's pose. Slowly bend into that right knee and bring your right hand down to the mat, opening up the left hip to the left side of the room here. 2 more breaths. And slowly bend into the right knee, release your left foot, resist the urge to fling it, and walk your left foot to meet the right. Slowly shake your head yes and no, releasing any neck tension, and then press your hands into the mat and step back to a high plank. Come forward and lower down for chaturanga, taking up dog or cobra. And exhale into down dog. Maybe releasing a sigh. Plant your right foot, inhale, reach your left leg up for one-legged dog. Slowly begin curling in the knee and place that foot in between your hands. You're in a low lunge and you'll drop that back knee to the mat. Inhale, rise up for Anjaneyasana, hooking the thumbs again. So maybe hook it the opposite way. Put the thumb over, that feels a little bit more funky and weird. Spread your fingers wide and inhale, reach your arms overhead. 5 breaths here. Exhale, rain your hands down, centering your front foot. Walk your right foot in closer to your body. And then reach for the right foot with your right hand, then left hand, and open up the chest here. Take 1 breath. Slowly release hold of that right foot and bring it down to the mat with control. Inhale, rise back up to Anjaneyasana and extend your left leg fully, folding your chest over your knee here. You're in half splits. Keep trying to push that left hip back and the right hip forward. Your left foot is flexed. 3 more breaths. Stepping into that left foot, center your left foot, curl your back toes, lift your back knee off the mat, you're in a low lunge. Extend that left arm towards the ceiling, looking towards the left fingertips. 3 breaths. And slowly bring that hand down. Step your left foot back, you're in high plank. Lower down for chaturanga, taking up dog or cobra. And exhale into down dog. Planting your right foot, inhale, reach your left leg up for 1 like a dog and slowly curl in the knee. Placing the foot in between the hands, you'll rise up to high lunge. Begin interlacing the fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders up, down, and around and pull those knuckles towards the mat. 5 easy breaths here. We're going to step that right foot off the mat with our hands still interlaced into Warrior 3. So inhale, step off and point those toes towards the mat. 2 more breaths. Then release hold of your hands, micro bend your knee and step your right foot forward. Finding this forward fold. Doing whatever movements you need to do here to soothe yourself. Unwind and relax your body, releasing any tension. We'll inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward folds. Slowly start to heel toe your feet all the way out to the width of the mat, pointing your toes outwards and your heels inwards. Slowly begin dropping your seat down for Malasana. And bring your hands to prayer position by your heart, pushing your elbows into your knees to open up your hips. Bring your thumb to your third eye in between your eyebrows. And just take 3 soft, equal breaths here. Release your thumbs from your third eye. Open your eyes and slowly bring your hands behind you, bringing the seat towards the mat. Keeping your knees bent, bring your arms at shoulder height and slowly start to lower down. Using your core control. Once you've made it down to the mat, we'll take a bridge pose. So just walk your feet in closer to your body so that you can touch your heels. You'll inhale, start reaching the hips towards the ceiling. And then walk your hands underneath, bringing your shoulders together, interlacing your hands. Bringing yourself a little bit higher in the bridge pose, squeezing your inner thighs. Take 3 deep breaths here. Slowly release hold of your hands, walking your shoulders out. Lowering your back down to the mat from your upper back, mid back, low back, and tailbone. Slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. And from here, we'll go into a shoulder stand. So inhale, extend your legs towards the ceiling and bring your hands onto your lower back for support. You can stay here, or you can try to bring your feet overhead for plow pose. Bring your hands down to the mat, palms face down. 3 breaths. Slowly bend one knee and then the other. And start rolling down onto the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. If you were in shoulder stand, just bend your knees closer to your chest. And same thing, start slowly rolling down with control, 1 vertebra at a time. Once you've reached the mat, extend your legs fully. Open your palms to face up. You're in your final resting pose, Shavasana. Working to soften your breath and your muscles. Your eyes are soft in your eyebrows. You're unclenching your jaw. Your fingers and toes are soft. Your shoulders are away from your ears and not crunched up. If you find tension anywhere else in your body, just bring your conscious awareness and breathe into that body part or area. Try to soothe the tension out with breath. Merely listening to your breathing pattern here. If you would like to stay in Shavasana, please stay lying down. Otherwise, to close the practice with me. Bring your hands to prayer position, your thumbs to your third eye in between the eyebrows. We'll inhale and exhale to close together. So take a deep inhale here and exhale to release. Namaste. Releasing your hands by your side. Thank you for practicing today, and I'll see you next time.